everybody, Wayne here. In today's Recon, I'm going to unbox the Hill of Death Champion Hill, a Shattered Union series game. Designed by Hermann Luttmann, published by Tiny Battle Publishing, with art by Jose Faura. This is the first game in the Shattered Union series. And I don't know how many box games Tiny Battle Publishing does, but this one actually is in a box. All right, so Hill of Death, Champion Hill. Just to kind of cover kind of the series, what the idea is here is heavily influenced by his popular A Most Fearful Sacrifice, which if you guys don't know, I have a ton of content on A Most Fearful Sacrifice, several videos, including overview and review, which I actually call A Most Fearful Sacrifice the definitive Gettysburg game on the marketplace today, so check that out if you're interested. Hermann Luttmann's Shattered Union series, which is this game, is a new line of American Civil War war games designed to be accessible to gamers of any experience level. Fantastic. Playable wargame experience in about 3 hours. Also produced a realistic simulation of a 19th century battlefield. So Hermann Luttmann's original blind sword system, and then obviously you have this one, say with the Shattered Union series. He's sort of decreasing the complexity a little bit. So, but hopefully still has that same level of the experiences and the simulation aspects, while still being very playable, which I found Blind Swords playable, but if the games were too large, if the battles were too large, it could become a little unwieldy. So, this game covers the entire Battle of Champion Hill. Its critical engagement was fought just outside of Vicksburg, Mississippi, May 16th, 1863, between the Union Army of the Tennessee under Major General Ulysses S. Grant and the Confederate Army of Vicksburg under Lieutenant General John C. Pemberton. A 22 by 17 inch map. Okay, 252 counters, 45 cards. All right, should be, assuming it's still, chit-pull style or card draw style, like his other games, his other American Civil War games. It should be very, I'm say all of his American Civil War games, but the ones that are based on this similar system, very solitaire friendly. So let's open her up. Ooh, a box from Tiny Battle. I don't know. I never thought I'd see the day. Maybe they have other box games I'm just not aware of. But I think this has got to be the first one that I own. So, all right. Ooh, what do we got here? Thank you for purchase. Order was assembled by CF. Thank you. Some activation cards. So, yep. So it'd be card activated chit draw, card draw. Same idea. Stevenson. Confederates, activate 1 brigade. Stevenson's division. Okay. No easy thing. We'll pause to open these up in a bit. Let's take a look at what else we got. Ooh, we got some dice. We got the white, red, black, classic for blind sword style systems. And then a gray and a blue, huh? Okay. We have our counters here, which, as you can see, literally falling off the sprue. I'm glad they come in this baggie here because they are jumping off the sprue, ready to be played. Looks like you got 3 partial counter sheets. Let's take one of these counter sheets out. Obviously, Union units on here. Whoa, I'm crazy. Double-sided. Easy to punch out. I don't know, you tell me. Ready to go. You can see, and right here. I'm gonna pause for a second if this video is being shot in 4K, so if you want to pause it to take a look, you should get a nice good detail. Nice clean artwork here. Nothing fancy. Design is very simple. A little simpler counter design than I saw in some of his other games. Some of the other Civil War games from Hermann Luttmann, but looks like very clean, simple, easy. Yeah, I mean, ready to go, basically. Punching right out of there. So, and then without taking them out of the baggie necessarily, here's some Confederates. Again, pause if you need to. Buford, Tillman's artillery. Should be strength points, and then in black, and then cohesion rating in red. You can see here 8R, which R will be rifled artillery. We're not seeing any differentiation with the infantry, which is something they make a game a little bit more simplified. What's the last one? Okay, so disrupted tokens, things like that. Maybe I'll take those out just so we can see them, I guess. Whoa. shaken, disrupted, etc. These chairs are falling all over the place. It's really making a huge mess, even more of a mess. I will not be taking them out. But, yep, there we go. Guess you got a good view of them. All right, let me pause the video and get these cards out. All right, got the cards unwrapped. So, looking at the back here with a shiny finish. Not linen finish or anything like that, but these are pretty standard card quality, so decent for Tiny Battle Publishing. So, for instance, last one I think was the Pacific Theater version of Scream Aim Fire, and they had very similar cards. And it looks like they're all activation cards here. So, looking at the back of them, so all have the same back. Yep, activation cards. So, flip them over. You can see, obviously, the butternut color of Confederates. You have Friction of War, Fog of War, very common, again, for this sort of blind sword system. Looks like Shattered Union. Excuse me, I have no experience with it, but it looks like it'll be very similar. And then we have Union here. Be Fire Slow Special Events. So, CIC activation, yep, so Commander-in-Chief activation. Default event, you can either use it for this event or you can use it for a default event. Very similar, looks like system. Also looks like a lot, but it's very simple maybe. You're drawing, maybe rolling die. Okay, you know, what can you do with them? Maneuver, march. And what orders can you give them? Can you give them a defend order? Can you give them, you know, etc., certain orders? Okay. Very, very simple. And you got a little historical artwork of the different leaders that I like. If it was no artwork whatsoever, it'd be fine, but I do like that we get a little, you know, little portrait of some of the leaders that were present here. So very nice. Cards look good. I know underneath the map, before we get to the map, I think I felt some player aids or something. Here we go. And hopefully I get a rulebook. All right, that side. So we have, okay, all right, so we have a Shattered Union series rulebook, and then I assume to be the game rulebook itself. So Shattered Union series rulebook, and it is in color, a matte finish rulebook, simple, easy. Nice little index in the front there. I like having an index there. Some of these games, sometimes you get a game, it doesn't even have an index. That's rough. No index or no table of contents, nothing. But this one looks like it has a really nice one. Lots of stuff in there. So full color, describing the units. The Union guy, oh, he's in trouble. Looks mean he's business. Sequence of play. Command decision phase, hell electric. So it looks like, yeah, it's going to be pretty similar. You can be drawing a card to activate certain formations, giving them orders. Fire combat step, movement step. So maybe just sort of the, you know, the core sort of engine from, you know, originated with blind swords, honestly, but maybe just distilled down and, you know, kind of the fat cut out of there. Hopefully don't lose too much chrome, but I'll be the decider on that. You know me, guys. I'll always share my opinion on it. So, okay, so that is the actual series rulebooks. I assume the game one itself will just have a few pages. Oh, and then let me look at the page and how many pages there are in the series rulebook, because what's Blind Swords was something like 20 pages, give or take. So this looks like, okay, 14, 15 pages. It's definitely cutting it down a little bit. And then this game specifically. Okay, so then you have just some, you know, necessarily, and then scenarios. So mostly maybe the scenarios and setups. So, ooh, fantastic. All right, and then I see here a giant player aid. Love this. Look at this bad boy. All right, so this is 2 pages, right? Like 2 sheets. Nice thick cardstock. Very nice. Very large. Very clear. Almost feel like they heard our feedback from a most fearful sacrifice, which one of the few cons I had was that the player aids were, you know, just like 7x11 and were really hard to read, like really tiny text. This is like, okay, well then here you go, Wayne. What do you think? This is my personal copy. I'm just kidding. This is for me blowing up extra large, but no, seriously though, nice and large, very easy to read. This can look good. Be able to see from a distance. Double-sided, so full player aid with sequence of play. Fire combat step, close combat step, having all that good stuff on here. So I bet once you're familiar with the base game, base game rules, you can probably play it just from this player aid here. So very nice. All right, let me get this map set up. All right, so here's the map, Hill of Death, Champion Hill. You can see game turn victory point totals up top here. You have the battlefield itself. Here's Champion Hill, Bulls Hill, the Roberts. Kind of pull it up and pick the map up a little bit, kind of so you guys can see it. Nice, clear, easy to read artwork. Nothing overly fancy, right? I mean, you're not going to confuse this with, I can see, but nice and clear, though easy to read. I do like how easy it is to read and tell, anything like that. Turn it sideways so you guys can take a look at it this way. So when I play it, I'll probably play it like this. Well, maybe like that. I mean, it's not a large map, super large map. What did it say on the back of the box? 22 by 17 map, right? So 17, 22. So either way, should be easy to manage here. But as I was saying, okay, nice and easy, like the artwork. It's definitely no Rick Barber map for detail and color. But then again, some people feel like those are very busy. So the late Rick Barber, the legend himself. Anyway, but here we have some of the counters from the game. So which, they're a nice size. Remember, we looked at them at the very beginning of the video here. Nice size. Nice large hexes, which good since you have these nice large counters. Looks like they'll fit on there very well. Yeah, I think this will work. So, boom. Looks nice on here. Looks like I'm going to put this map under plexi. This paper maps, it's hard for me to, well, maybe not. If I fold it right, if I put some books on here, small enough, I may be able to just get it lay flat with some books or something. So, anyway, that is Hill of Death, Champion Hill from Evil Genius himself, Hermann Luttmann, published by Tiny Battle Publishing. First game in the Shattered Union series. I'm excited to check this one out. Hope you guys are too. I do hope to have more videos covering this game. So let me know in the comments below if you played it yet. Are you going to check it out now? What are you thinking? Give me your honest thoughts. Always appreciate that. And of course, if you've made it this far and you're not subscribed, please subscribe. I would really appreciate it. So until next time, everybody, later.